Hello Leo, welcome in and welcome back to Go With The Flow Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the month of October. I'm going to pull 3 cards, one for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end, and then I will clarify. Afterwards, I will pull 3 inner child oracles to close out with, and I will read all 3 of those for you. Looking really amazing so far, Leo. I'm attempting to pull one for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end, but Spirit's going to do what Spirit wants to do. So, the beginning of October, with trusting your intuition, you're going to be finding ultimate happiness. This is the second happiest card in the deck, sitting next to the High Priestess, the 10 of Cups. So, looking really, really, really sweet in the beginning of October there. This is happy home, happy family, happy life, happy everything. In the middle of October, I did see the Hermit quite a few times during your pre-shuffle. It came out with the Sun. So in the middle of October, the spotlight is going to be on you, and it's going to be on you being the change you wish to see in the world. These are really amazing energies and some pretty heavy major arcana for the beginning and the middle. The end of October, oh, that's the 3rd card I didn't see there. So you've pulled major arcana for every single bit of October. The end of October, you've got the 2 of Swords with the 8 of Pentacles with the Moon. So this is telling me that you're going to find yourself at a crossroads regarding likely your work. It'll be something that you've been working on for quite some time, something that you're very good at, but there are illusions or secrets or something to try to dissuade you off of your path. So I think that's where the vast majority of our advice is going to lie today, Leo, is for the end of October. Now, not that I really need to know, and not that you, noticing the 4 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, some of you could be getting married, but trusting your intuition is leading to your happiness. I just want to make sure there's nothing in there that I'm missing. So, for the beginning of October for the Leo Collective, what do I need to know about the High Priestess and the 10 of Cups? Please, Spirit, for their greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose. You're going to have some kind of blessing in disguise that is going to be an ending. This is going to be an ending that might be a little bit painful. It might point out some backstabbing or something of this nature. But with the 10 of Cups there, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. It's something that would come to a close and you would look at it and go, ooh, that wasn't the greatest, but guess what? Now I don't have to deal with this anymore. So I get to go on and lead my happy life without worrying about that nonsense anymore. Seeing the Tower on the split, still with that 4 of Wands on the bottom. So this blessing in disguise is going to lead you to building a much more stable foundation, especially with the Sun. This is Leo energy. Technically, your card is the Strength card, but this puts you in a position of power and strength. And of course, the Sun is the most positive card in the deck. And then this is the second most positive. So you're looking really good for this month, Leo. Let's see if you'd like to say anything more about the High Priestess, the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords in the beginning October for Leo. For their greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose. Spirit's doubling down on trusting your intuition. So be sure that you are always on the lookout for signs and synchronicities from the universe. Spirit is always trying to talk to you. Spirit is always trying to lead you down the path that's for your greatest good. So, eyes, ears open, lots of meditating, lots of tapping in to trust your intuition to bring this blessing in disguise into your life and cause an ending. Let's move in now to the Sun and the Hermit. The star is what's inside of the Hermit's lantern, and it represents what truly inspires you, what really motivates you, and what makes you be the change you wish to see in the world. So with the Sun card there, you're going to have the spotlight on you, and you're going to be celebrating, and you're going to be completing that 10 of Swords cycle with ease. That baby waving that banner shouldn't even be able to pick it up, but he's waving it effortlessly. So this is effortless completion. Let's tap in a little bit further. What else would you like to say about the Sun and the Hermit for the Leo Collective for the middle of October, Spirit? For their greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose. Thank you. Okay, so maybe feeling a little bit spoiled, excuse me, for choice. You might have a lot of options in front of you after that ending comes, because when one door closes, another one opens, right? So you're going to have that ending, and you're going to have some more options open up to you. And you're going to, I would say, even though the High Priestess is in the beginning and we're now in the middle, I would say continue to trust your intuition and look for those signs and synchronicities to know how to choose what's right for you. You might have to leave somebody out in the cold regarding this. Continuing to see the 4 on the bottom. Excuse me. Anything else you'd like to say? Maybe some advice, please, especially on the Hermit and the 7 of Cups. 3 of Wands really wanted to make an appearance there, so make sure you're expanding your horizons, expanding your mind, and taking a leap of faith in a new direction. Oh wow, I didn't see all 3 of these. You've pulled 3 major arcana, clarifying 2 major arcana. You have the Judgment with the Star with the Fool. So the Judgment is calling you to a higher timeline, a new way of life. As I said, the Star is what's inside of the Hermit's lantern. That's your guiding light, your true north. And then the Fool is a leap of faith in a brand new direction. So this is a heavy hitting month for you, Leo, in the best of ways. You're being called to a higher life, a higher timeline. I would take that leap of faith and go for it if I were you, especially with the Star, because that is a wish come true. It can also represent healing, but it's what you genuinely want to do with your life and with yourself to make this world a better place. So that's looking really great. You know what? I'll just see if there's any advice you'd like to say for the middle of October with all of this major arcana here, Spirit. Thank you. Walking away from what no longer serves you. The 8 of Cups is telling you to leave that 10 of Swords in the background, that blessing in disguise. It's done. It's over. It is calmly, coolly, and collectedly walking away and taking a leap of faith in a new direction. Looking really nice there. All right, let's move into the 2 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Moon for Leo for the end of October. Please and thank you, Spirit. Oop, that's my bad. I was holding the deck upside down. We've got the 7 of Wands with the Page of Swords, and now I'm seeing the Hermit on the bottom. So the Hermit says to take your energy and take it away from anyone and anything that you can, so that you can really tap down deep inside to yourself and not be affected by outside influences or outside energies. The 7 of Wands with the Page of Swords tells me that you don't think you're prepared for this crossroad. You don't think that you know how to handle this crossroad, but the 7 of Wands says you're as ready as you're going to be, and you in fact are on the higher ground and do have the advantage. The Page of Swords says to make sure that you are learning as much as you can. I would imagine regarding that leap of faith you took in the middle of October and where it's going to lead to next. You will find yourself at a crossroads needing to make a decision, likely to regard your work. And this is not going to be new work. This is going to be something you're very skilled at and have been working away on for some time, and something that you enjoy working on. Do not let yourself be dissuaded off of your true north, your guiding light, what really inspires you. So that Page of Swords says make sure you are learning as much as you can about the future, and the 7 of Wands is saying perseverance. Anything else on the 2 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, Moon, Page of Swords, and 7 of Wands for the Leo collective for the end of October? Oh, seeing the Emperor and the Hermit and the 3 of Cups on the split. So you are going to be celebrating a harvest, but what came out was the Emperor. So this is asking you to embody all 4 kings, to be the master of your emotions, the King of Cups, to put your wisdom into practice, the King of Swords. I did see the King of Pentacles quite a bit in your pre-shuffle as well. That is focusing on your skill and what you've been working on, and that is building and leaving a legacy with your skill. And then the Wands, the King of Wands is the King of Foresight. He's very passionate about all of this. So Spirit is saying to embody all 4 kings and be ready for action at all times. The Empress would say to just be very nurturing, very open and ready to receive. This is telling you be ready for action. Aries energy, Pisces energy if I didn't say so on the moon. Anything else on the Two of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Moon, Page of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the Emperor, thank you. It's gonna be either time to put your work on display, which is the intuitive hit that I am getting, or this could also be saying teamwork makes the dream work. But I do really feel like with all these other cards here, especially with the Eight of Pentacles, whatever you've been working on, Leo, it's time to share it with the world. It's time to put it on display, and it's time for action. So I'm gonna grab this other deck now and just ask, generally speaking, for the month of October, is there any more advice from the tarot for the Leo collective? Thank you. This fell on to the beginning of October. There's that King of Pentacles and there's that Three of Wands. So I'm really gonna need you, well, sorry, let me rephrase that. Spirit's asking me to ask you to expand your mind regarding your work, expand your horizons regarding your work mentality. But what came out is the Ace of Cups, and it fell onto the beginning of October. So there's gonna be some kind of emotional new offer coming through. It's gonna have your emotions overflowing. Aces aren't things that are definitely going to come to fruition though. They're just offers that are gonna show up, and then it's up to you and your discernment whether or not you accept that offer. I would say with the Ten of Cups there, I would accept it, but you have double High Priestess there, so trust your intuition before anything else. And always, always, always trust your gut, Leo, always. Any more advice for the month of October? Page of Swords wanting to make another appearance there. He didn't come out, but he jumped. So ask as many questions as you can about the future, whatever you're working on in the future. I'm seeing that Three of Cups again. You're going to be celebrating a harvest, darling. Any more advice from the tarot for the Leo collective for the month of October for their greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose? Thank you. Yeah, you're going to get everything you want and desire as soon as you set yourself apart. So when you reach this crossroads, if you can successfully stay on your path that is for your greatest good and not be dissuaded by any secrets or any illusions, you're going to get everything you've ever wanted simply by setting yourself apart. This is much like the Eight of Cups, only it's like incorporating the Fool and the Star. So Spirit really, really, really wants you to set yourself apart from something that you cannot learn anymore from, you cannot grow anymore from. He is leaving that city behind him because it has served him in all the ways that it can. It cannot serve him anymore. And it's his intuition guiding the vehicle. Furthermore, the blindfolds in the tarot represent not trusting your intuition. So when you do find yourself at that crossroads, make sure you're tapping into your High Priestess energy and following your gut, because it is going to lead to you building and leaving a legacy or getting a gift from an unlikely source. But this is everything that you want and desire, Leo. You've got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun. So this is going to be a really incredible month for you. Let's grab you 3 inner child oracles now to close out. One for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end for the Leo collective, please and thank you. Spirit, 2 came out there, 11 and 1. One more, please, for the Leo collective for the end of October, for their greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose. One more inner child oracle. Be present, wanting to make an appearance there, but it didn't come out. One more, please. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Sorry, sweetie. This is my process. Trust the process. One more card for the Leo collective, please, and thank you. Oh, there it is. Thank you so much. Okay, so this actually fell onto the beginning of October, even though it came out last. So I'm going to take this one first. Interestingly, it goes from 10 to 11 to 1. So I don't really know what that means, but I'm going to take it as a lot of cycle completion and potentially a lot of solo work with all these ones here. So you have disappointment is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. That is obviously going to go right alongside your 10 of Swords there. 11 is do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. That's going to be you answering that judgment call and walking away from what no longer serves you. And a time to remember. Look back on your childhood. So maybe when you are working away and then you find yourself at that crossroads, look back at your childhood for some answers. What say the Amanda Lynn Aisling for the month of October for the Leo Collective? Disappointment is not the end. Disappointment can be a difficult emotion to experience. And afterward, it can be hard to have hope again. It's okay to be disappointed. Disappointment is an aspect of life that is inevitable, and being human is a messy journey full of twists and turns. We do the best we can with the knowledge that we have, but not everything turns out as we hope. In truth, no disappointments or mistakes make us any less of the beautiful, wonderful people that we are. If you have pulled this card, it might be a sign that the fear of disappointment is hindering your path. Practice courage and acceptance. There is always hope, beloved, and happiness is awaiting for you just ahead. And it really, really is with the Sun, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles. It's right around the corner. Acceptance exercise. If you feel fear around disappointment or have experienced disappointment, then it might be a good time to practice developing acceptance around it. If we are unable to accept that a disappointment has occurred, it can cause prolonged pain. By avoiding the reality of our disappointment, it may feel as though we are protecting ourselves from pain, but it will ultimately hinder our ability to go after what we desire in the future. Try to accept that the disappointments will come and go, and know that you are strong enough to try again. Do not let disappointment or fear of being disappointed stop you from living your glorious life. Responsive journaling prompt. When you think about disappointment, how does it feel in your body? Do you experience feelings of anxiety or fear? Ask your inner child how they feel about disappointment and if there is anything you can do to help them feel more accepted and loved around disappointments. And then you're gonna do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. So 10 to 11 to 1 is how we're reading this because of how the card fell out. What we want and what we need can be two very different things. When this is the case, our wants and needs can differ between self-indulgence and self-care. If you have pulled this card today, it might be time to reflect on the difference between these two in your life. Honoring self-indulgence is a wonderful way to connect with ourselves, especially when done mindfully. Self-care can require us to do things that might be uncomfortable or unpleasant in the moment, but will benefit us in the long run. Self-care exercise. Ask yourself if there is an act of beneficial self-care that you have been putting off because it isn't something you want to do. This is your sign to do what you need to do for yourself now. Responsive journaling prompt. What feelings arise when you think about something that you need to do? Do you feel overwhelmed? If so, ask your inner child what these feelings might mean. What feelings arise when you think about something you want to do? How might these feelings differ from what you need to do? Ask your inner child what the root cause of the different feelings is. And I think that ties rather nicely in with the Hermit and the Star coming out for the middle of October. Finally, a time to remember. If memory serves me, Cancer pulled this card as well. So if you have Cancer in your chart, you might want to watch that reading. Number 1, a time to remember. A photograph can be a powerful tool when working with our inner selves, as it can bring to the present the memories and feelings associated with our childhood. This can be an especially beneficial practice, particularly when working through harmful patterns or beliefs that we might have regarding our childhood self. Awareness exercise. Gather multiple photographs of your younger self and reflect on each one. Then choose the image you feel most drawn to. Once you have your photograph, take some time to gaze at the image, observing yourself in a neutral and non-judgmental way. Try to think of yourself as you would you would think of any other child, a precious treasure. Separate from any memories of who you were then and who you are now. Now that you have this viewpoint in your mind, bring a feeling of love into your heart. Hold the photograph in front of you and let this love build up inside you for your childhood self. Send the love you feel inside of your heart to the picture of your younger self. Tell yourself that you love yourself and that you are perfect just the way you are. Whatever it is that the little voice is yearning to hear, tell yourself in a voice of love. Responsive journaling prompt. What thoughts and feelings does the image of your younger self bring up inside of you? Do you feel any blocks inside of your body or mind when you practice this exercise? Note, if you have strong negative feelings associated with childhood or your child self, this can be a difficult practice. While this exercise can be incredibly healing, only go as far as you feel comfortable. So, a pretty heavy-hitting month, but a pretty amazing month overall, Leo. I hope that was helpful. I thank you ever so much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.